how does it keep getting worse, man? It keeps getting worse. The Texas Senate Bill 20 has passed. This is the very bill I talked about earlier this year that you probably recall me talking about extensively, that anime, manga, games could theoretically get banned. For instance, if you watch something like Naruto or Dragon Ball, Bleach, or let's say you watch Family Guy or The Simpsons, you might get arrested. You could go to jail for owning or watching these said series because of this Texas Senate bill that would pass. But as you can see, it did pass. It passed on June 20th, 2025, and it is a moderate partisan bill, which means Republicans and Democrats both voted for it. But to go even further, it comes into effect tomorrow, September 1st, 2025. And we already see how it's affecting people. Don't believe me? Let me show you proof. So this is Just, a pretty big company that houses a lot of, let's say, anime games, and houses a lot of adult anime games as well. And they went to an anime convention, you can see by their post, and you know what, let's just read it. After a very successful Friday, we were banned from the San Japan Convention in San Antonio, Texas this weekend. Our content is too provocative for the powerful of the Lone Star State, ahead of the anti-anime bill SB 20 going into effect on Monday. Tomorrow is Monday. So what does this mean in the grand scheme of things? Well, first off, we need to talk about Jasta's situation. So from my understanding, this company, this group that has a lot of adult games, has a lot of, icky adult games, has, adult content and stuff and anime content, they were banned from a convention. Which is very strange because from my understanding, Jasta's always went to a bunch of different conventions over the years. I'm assuming they've been to San Japan Convention in San Antonio quite a bit over the years. I don't know necessarily, do not quote me on that one, but I know for a fact they probably visit a lot of different conventions around the country. The thing is to randomly get banned from a convention, and then the bill that is potentially going to affect all anime and manga coming into effect this upcoming Monday, it feels perfectly timed. Now, this could be a coincidence, and what Jast is saying here could just be chalked up to a coincidence. Because they do outline and say that the anti-anime bill SB 20 is going into effect Monday. So it seems to me like they're more or less trying to blame the bill, or they're saying that, this is happening right before the bill goes in effect. And regardless if it was the law or not that caused this, the point of the matter is maybe the people within the convention center, they didn't want Jast there because of the adult content and the complications it might cause thanks to the bill going into effect this upcoming Monday. Whatever the case may be, the point of the matter is it happened. And they have been banned. Now, what does this mean going forward? So we need to talk about what SB 20 actually represents and what it's going to be doing once it comes into effect. Because from what Jast has mentioned, it's implied that they were affected to some degree. Now, once again, it could be a coincidence, but it's implied. Now, when this bill goes into effect, and the reason why a lot of people are worried about it, is because of the vagueness of its bill. Even the summary here, which you can just read yourself, pause the video and read yourself, it's extremely vague. Crunchyroll is headquartered in Texas as well, so SB 20 theoretically is going to hit Crunchyroll, and a bunch of their anime on their platform is probably going to get hit. Like, a bunch of their stuff might get censored or removed thanks to the bill coming into effect tomorrow within Texas. I believe there is a lawsuit as well that was in, court a long time ago that passed, where pretty much this entire bill, SB 20, is kind of unconstitutional. And a lot of people believe that this bill really wouldn't go anywhere. It'd be instantly challenged and thrown out because of just how it would probably break a lot of different laws. Now, in the writing of the bill, what it tries to do is more or less ban provocative or obviously things that might resemble a child within a series. The point of the matter is that the bill is so vague that it could affect stuff like Family Guy, Simpsons, Naruto, Dragon Ball, Bleach. You get the point. And the reason why I say it affects those series, let's think about what it's trying to do. Like these obscure or obscenity visual material. Stewie, within Family Guy, obviously would not fly thanks to this bill that's in Texas. Simpsons has a lot of content similar. Dragon Ball has a lot of characters that are kids. Like, let's think about, go on, what he goes through. Or Videl, technically. Like, what Videl goes through. There's ways to view this that obviously would get series instantly banned, or you get instantly arrested for even possessing these series in your home, or even getting caught watching them, so to speak. So, pretty much, this bill is so vague, so broad, that it hurts a lot of anime, a lot of manga, a lot of games as well, because if there's games that have any depiction of someone that might be a kid within it, it's going to get banned. So, that's the problem. And once again, this law was passed, I want to point this out, this law was passed because of one thing in particular. Think of the children. Think of the children. We must protect the children. I'm going to say it again. Anime isn't real. Manga isn't real. Games are not real. People that can't separate fiction from reality are mentally ill. It's not the game's fault. It's not the anime's fault. It's not the manga's fault. It's their own fault because they are mentally ill and they can't separate fiction from reality. People that think fiction is real need to honestly go to an asylum. Straight up. Because they need to take some meds. They're a schizo. This is insane. Because this is the very thing that I've been talking about for over a month now. Like with everything that's been going on with the UK, to EU, to what's happening in Brazil, America now, Canada, Australia. This is another effect. And this is now happening in Texas. Now, I do believe that this bill is going to kind of start off small. It's very likely it'll start off small. Ban little things here and there that might go under the radar and people might not be aware of. But then it might ramp up with time if there's not a lot of pushback, and it might spread itself to other states around the United States. If this happens in the United States and there's like no pushback, it will spread. It will spread to other states. It will spread to other countries. And I do think that there is going to be some court battles that potentially happen thanks to this. I remember a few lawyers talking to me in private, saying that there's no way this would be passed, and even if it did, it would be instantly challenged because of previous court cases and stuff with obscenity laws. But even in, the fact that it passed showcases the corruption and what our government's doing under the radar and using the disguise of think of the children as a means to restrict people, restrict freedom of expression, so to speak. This is not good. Don't like this whatsoever, and yeah, I just... What's this year, man? What is 2025, dude? I'm so tired, man. I'm so tired. It just like, it's one thing after another. If it's not this, it's payment processors ruining people's livelihoods, or it's UK invading people's privacies, or there's just people being labeled a terrorist if you even have your own country's flag. You're waving your country's flag. It's just insanity, man. Actual insanity. I'll leave it at that, though. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe, leave a like, and leave a comment. Help us with the algorithm quite a bit. But be safe, stay healthy. Chibi out.